unmute the freaking. You know what? That's fine because I wasn't recording, so we're good. It's just if they're watching live stream, it's gonna be or watch it back on Twitch. It's gonna it's gonna seem a little jarring. But yeah. Wait, is Pete actually kind of saying stuff like counter messaging to immigrant? I mean, not really, but like he brought up the question because he said, and also does he really think that immigration has nothing to do with American prosperity? So he's always bringing up the question. That's a good sign. Do that more, please. Thank you very much. It's gonna be a weird start because I just started and then immediately went on Twitter, but yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. I don't know if Pete would become president. Because I saw that, like, on the interview, like, someone responded, like, oh, he's gonna be president. I don't know if he will. I don't know if he's progressive enough. I think he's still too liberal. But I don't know. I mean, it's possible. For sure, it's definitely possible. I just think he, at this time, is just a little too liberal. From what I've, like, heard about him. Because, like, obviously, yeah, there's not a lot of progressives. You know? So that's a thing. Yeah, I didn't really have much to say about the debate because it was just... Well, I also didn't watch it. So it was kind of like, well, yep, Trump did really bad. I did see, though, also on Twitter, like, there was a poll that showed, like, Kamala's actually kind of close in Alaska. And, like, people in Alaska thought Kamala overwhelmingly won the debate. And, like, invest in Alaska. And I'm like, I don't know if you still want to do that with how tight the race is. Like, if you had, like, the other ones locked up, sure. But I don't know if you want to do that. Dang. Okay. Yeah, that's really seeing the aftermath of the debate then, because... Hang on, I'll show this. So, like, obviously the debate was the 10th, and... So, like, yeah, this doesn't really matter, because it's before debate. And then, like, the day after, you know, you still need your polls, you still need time, and actually it's the exact same data. Which is weird, but okay. But yeah, this seems like to be the aftermath of the debate, because yeah, Nevada dead tide goes up almost a full point. Oh, and I didn't even notice, yeah, Kansas and Missouri both go into likely. That's kind of huge. And then yeah, both Georgia and North Carolina flip, and then Jersey's back to safe. Yeah, that was a big swing. And then, just think of this, right? This is Kamala's debate with Trump, right? This isn't Walz and Vance. Because Walz and Vance is going to be a blowout. Like, you think Trump's numbers were bad and who won the debate? Like, this past time? Dude, Walz is going to wipe the floor with Vance. I honestly think, like, in an unbiased opinion, it's going to be 80-20. Walz favored. Honestly. Like, if Kamala got that over Trump in the debate, dude, there's, like, come on, you know? Like, come on. And I mean, yeah, sure, there is still, like, it just came off the debate, right? So, you still can't really be like, oh, yep, this is, like, we're good from here on out, right? It's obviously not the case. There's still 52 days left. So you gotta keep that momentum going, right? I mean, I don't think she will. Because she's gonna be like, oh yeah, that liberal agenda was working, when in reality it was just Trump was very bad. And I mean, like, yeah, sure, your baits worked, but like your policy, it wasn't your policy that people were really caring about. It was more like just looking at how bad Trump was. It was basically like a mirror of the first debate with Biden and Trump. Just swapped, basically, like the roles were reversed. Right? And even like an undecided guy was like, well, they're both making it really hard for me to like actually want to vote for them because there's no policy that will actually help me, you know? And like, that's why it's important, especially in this election, with it being Donald Trump, to just push progressive agenda. And I've said so many times, if she just pushed progressive policies, even like one, just one, you know, like free healthcare or something like that, just even something like that, it would be a blowout. Or an arms embargo. Even if like an Israel arms embargo, honestly, it would be a blowout. Like, because here's the thing, there's no resistance to those. There isn't. Free healthcare is great, you know? Everybody would want that. I have a feeling Alaska's gonna change. It dropped like 2 points. That's kind of a big drop, but I think after that poll comes out, because they marked that poll down on this. Oh, they did actually. Okay. Well, actually, this might be updated today. Yeah, this is updated today. So what's it at? 9.6. Oh, is it the same? Oh yeah, okay. So it is, I think, still that number. All right. But yeah, if she just did any progressive like policy, like, dude, like it would be a blowout. Like even like Florida and maybe even Texas are in play as like, I think, or Alaska. Like universal healthcare is exactly what it is. You know, it's universal. Everybody wants that because everybody benefits from it. It doesn't matter. Even like kids benefit from it too. I mean, it's more their parents, but like you get what I mean. Like, it's just dumb to not run on those stuff, man. Actually, yeah, I think Taylor Swift too also had like a huge endorsement for walls too, like when she was endorsing. Oh yeah, this is another thing with this too, is that there's all the Taylor Swift stuff as well, with all the people registering to vote. I don't know, because I don't think I mentioned that on the last stream. But it's really funny to me because I think I did talk about my mom who has 2 coworkers are Trump supporters. They used to be Taylor Swift fans, and then she endorsed Kamala, and then they were like, oh, well, I'm not a fan of Taylor anymore. But like, she literally endorsed Biden in 2020. So like, what do you think was gonna happen? What? Like, and she made people go out to vote, or it was like the 2022 midterms or something like that. But like, yeah, she literally was like already siding with the Democrats. So I don't understand how this is a shock to you. Because like most people honestly, like on the Democrat side, were probably just waiting for it to happen, you know? It's gonna happen at some point. And then it happened after the debate. And it's like, dude, like that's insane. And like, I mean, it just shows how little like thought these people have, you know? Like, and I'm not necessarily saying as an insult, I'm just saying like, this is what happens and why the right wants to make it so education like is worse. Because then you have people like this, man. It gets to this point. And it's real. Same with Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark had the same thing happen to her as well. And it's like, this is what happens when people just look at stuff at face value and don't put any thought into it whatsoever. You get those people. And those people obviously I'm referring to as the people who are bash on Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark. Obviously not those two. But like, yeah, it's freaking stupid. Actually, let me see if Polymarket changed at all. Did it? Nope. They still have Trump winning all these. All right. Yeah, I definitely think this is the more reliable one. I mean, that's the thing also, and my friend brought it up when I brought up the Polymarket thing to him. Is like, yeah, it's also a betting site. So honestly, you probably shouldn't even really realistically use that as your trusted source for Well, it is weird though too, because I think like with this setup, right, Trump would win. But if I were to go to the election, yeah, it has Trump or Kamala with a higher win percentage, which doesn't make any sense because if all of it was gonna happen like they're predicting it will, then Trump wins. He wins the electoral college and therefore the election. So like it's really weird. Yeah, I think Kamala will win. And I think she will get more votes than Biden did. Because obviously there is a lot of energy. Even like, where did she go? She went North Carolina recently, right? Yeah. Like yesterday or something like that. She went North Carolina. I think twice actually in like 2 different cities. And they were like fully packed. And I'm sure that is more energy than what Biden would have gotten in 2020 had like COVID not hit. Because Joe Biden's Joe Biden. So like I do think she is gonna get more votes than Biden, but I guess we'll see how the electoral votes come out too. I do think though this is very telling if you like sort it by like tilts and like leans and all that. Even like back here, right? Because like Obama has the lead, right? And technically he doesn't even need Nevada, but it would be a nice cushion if there's like a fakeless elector. But like, yeah, she had so much room to grow here and not much to lose. She had like Pennsylvania that was really kind of in danger. I mean, yeah, Michigan and Wisconsin were kind of low, but like Trump had North Carolina, Georgia, and Arizona all gone. And now you see with this, it flipped. And he barely has Arizona now, which I'm curious since it was updated. Okay, they still have Trump up. Yeah, they've been neck and neck, dude. Yeah. But the thing is, though, like, I feel like what they aren't taking into account is abortion. Because I think the polls are honestly probably going to overestimate Trump because of that. Because they're not looking at it as like abortion, right? They're just looking at Kamala and Trump. And when they're actually going to be at the ballot box, there's also going to be abortion on there. So I honestly think this is probably like overselling. Now, granted, these I think aren't super high scores, right? That one is, and that one. But like, I think the polls are probably going to undersell Kamala, if I were to guess. I think they're going to undersell her because of that. And then, yeah, I think Nevada just has a history of being undersold for Democrats. I think in the polls, oh, even in the polls, actually, she's up. That's big, actually, if she's up in Nevada in the polls. Like, that's huge. Yeah, they pretty much always overestimate Republicans in Nevada. So that's big if she's already up to begin with. But yeah, I think the only one that went up was New Jersey, went from likely to safe again. Oh, that's another thing actually Kamala could run off. If she just runs on ending wars also, another great position. You know, just end the wars. That's what you do. Like that's another great one you can do, and works out great. Yeah, I think I did say before, actually, before even like that poll came out, that I think Alaska is going more blue, and I do think it's one that's going to flip eventually. I don't know if there's one for Democrats right now. Maybe New Mexico, if I were to guess. But like, yeah, I think Alaska is going to be that next one to flip. I don't know if I said if Texas would flip first or Alaska, but can't remember when I said that. But yeah, I think Alaska's gonna switch over. I mean, like, even if we just look at like compare, was it like 2012 to 2016, I think even Alaska went more blue. Oh, slightly more red. What's the best way to compare this? Probably 2012 to 2020, right? Yeah, because I mean, well, Obama won big in 2008. It's like, yeah, even with Obama's 2008, Alaska went 11 points more to the left. Georgia went 5 more, obviously, and now it's a swing state. Texas went 6 points more. Arizona went 8 points more, which again, now it's a swing state. I didn't realize California got more blue. Yeah, Maine 2nd District definitely took a big turn. Yeah, a lot of the super rural areas for sure took a big swing. Yeah, I guess the was it the blue belt or whatever they're calling it is getting more red. Yeah, probably. Yeah, it's just crazy to look at. Actually, it seemed like, yeah, that was a big change. Wow. Yeah, I didn't think that was that big of a change from 2008, 2012. Actually went, I think, more red, Hillary, but also that was a bad performance. So that makes sense. But yeah, I hit compare again. But I do think Alaska gained more blue. Because, like, even seeing, like, what areas were becoming more Democrat, which was, like, Anchorage, like, actually, like, the cities. And obviously, like, Alaska doesn't have that many people. So, yeah. I think of, like, Anchorage. Alaska definitely is probably one of the states where, like, its biggest city matters. Like, it basically decides the election. It's probably like how Chicago's Illinois, Phoenix is with Arizona, you know, stuff like that. Well, I think Tucson also matters with Arizona, but like one city really deciding like a majority of it. Oregon and Portland, I think, kind of do like have that same thing going on. Like, if I were to go and see the counties, I mean, there's still a decent amount of like other blue ones though, and like deep blue ones at that as well. Oh yeah, they've always historically been super red over here. Even like when Obama was there, which, yeah, just for comparison, I mean, like, even Ohio was like kind of decently spread with counties. Yeah, I think the thing that you should run on is one, appeal to real voters, which I think Walz can do that because he grew up in Nebraska, in like a small town, and he brings it up a lot as well. Which I think she will do she probably will do a little bit better in the rural areas compared to like Biden and Hillary, if I were to guess. I don't think she'd do that much better, but probably like a little bit better. And then like, you just run on progressive policy, man. It works. Fetterman won by 5 points, man. I mean, well, also Dr. Oz sucked, but I mean, I just wish that people ran on progressive policies. I mean, yeah, sure, the betrayal always stings, but it's like, I mean, it's also why we should just have recalls at the federal election, because then if they want to have a progressive like platform, they have to follow through on it, or otherwise they're out of there. You know? Like, I'm pretty sure recalls are actually just better and like will bring progress faster, because like, if you just are like, well, they're doing nothing or like actively hurting us, cough cough John Fetterman, and like, you can just kick them out, you know, put up a vote, like call for a vote, kick them out, you know, and then obviously you have the special elections like you would if they leave the house, you know, by like death or like resigning or something like that, retiring. And like, it's really weird that we don't have it, because I think we have it at the state and like local level, but we don't have it at the federal level, which doesn't make any sense. I don't know why they made it. Well, I mean, it's because they threw over constitutional democracy, or parliamentary democracy, I think's the phrase I'm more looking for. But like, yeah, I think the founding fathers really just ultimately didn't really care about democracy, despite all the like propaganda we're fed. They're like, oh yeah, they're like all about freedom and like equality and all that. I really don't think they really a huge fan. I mean, they didn't even want the electoral college either. Like, they wanted the electoral college to work as it was like supposed to, right? Where there was just certain people from a state that would vote for a candidate. Like, the other people could vote, but it was kind of just like sway them. And then they put an amendment, so like you basically have to vote with the electorate. So yeah, it wasn't even gonna work. Like, so like only like these 538 people would matter, you know, which is very stupid. It's why the electoral college is dumb, even like when it first was an idea. Like, it was very stupid. And yeah, I didn't even really think about it either, but yeah, the Senate is definitely like, it just gives white people free government positions, right? Because like, if we were to look at this stuff, I mean, like Wyoming, you know, they're just gonna have two free people, like, who really don't deserve it, you know? Like, the House, it has one, which is like cool, but like, you know, like, you probably should only have the one as a population. And I feel like also if you got rid of the Senate, it would bring a better argument of expanding the House then as well. Because I still feel like the House is too small. I get like the idea that having a bunch of people can be kind of hard to work something out, but I mean, I feel like it's so partisan, right? Like, as it is now, I feel like it wouldn't really change all that much. It would also make gerrymandering better, I'm pretty sure. You know, because then they can't do like weird districts. Like, what was that weird Ohio one? Like, yeah, this also. Like, these two are like, I mean, this one's just like big. This one, like, what is this? Like, didn't North Carolina have a weird one too? Or like they attempted to have a super weird one? Oh yeah, this. What is this, dude? What is that? Like, come on. Like, these districts are... Like, this whole thing. Why? Like, I know Massachusetts, like, originally had, like, really bad. I mean, yeah, I take it with, like, the ones that, like, are gonna be overwhelmingly one way. Like, districts don't matter. This is from how it is drawn up in the Electoral College, I believe, as well. Or they took one or the other and applied it to the other. Whatever. This one's actually not bad. It's not terrible. Like, honestly, with New York State, it seems like these aren't that bad. Like, aren't that crazy. Like, let me see. Like, Mississippi's aren't terrible. Let me do more modern ones. That seems dumb. That one. Like, I'm just looking at these maps now at this point. Indiana's doesn't look terrible. Florida, does it have some stupid ones? Not like crazy stupid, I don't think. Okay, what is that one? That one's dumb. I think they try to make it so it's like an equal population, but like it should still be like a certain area, right? It shouldn't be like this, you know? Like, it shouldn't be the complete outer edge of a state. Like, it should probably be like at most probably like this big or something like that, right? Like, put it in 4 corners or like divide it into eighths, you know? very stupid. Like, that one seems kind of dumb. Oh yeah, they definitely gerrymandered that, because I think that was just Omaha, and now they made it more than Omaha. The at-large ones are gerrymandered. I feel like they should just do the top half and the bottom half. I guess Boise's in one of them. I think Boise's in this one. Which, yeah, they just straight up threw Boise, just poke it out in there, and then just the rest of the state. Okay. Alright, buddy. Hey, was that like Davenport or something? Or like Cedar Rapids? Interesting. I mean, yeah, there's some like crazy ones. You know, I've not seen like any. Okay, that one. What is this? What is this? Man, come on. Wait, what am I looking at? Like, I just feel like they shouldn't be able to like poke out in front of one another, you know? I just feel like that shouldn't be allowed. But maybe that's just me, I don't know. What is that? Alright. Yeah, some of these are definitely very stupid. This one I feel like also is kind of interesting. I mean, yeah, this is like also weird. Alright. Yeah, that's... I guess I went on that whole thing on the thing about gerrymandering. But yeah. And also like the Senate. But, like, we really should just form a new government. Like, the Supreme Court has too much power. Like, the Senate shouldn't exist. Like, just like these core things on our government, like, they just shouldn't be there. And obviously you can't just like write an amendment to just abolish the Senate or something like that. Like, that's not going to happen, like, ever. So like, yeah, you need to do stuff about that. Just write a new constitution. I mean, like, the constitution itself is like so old. I think, yeah, literally in 2 years, I think it's gonna be 250 years old, right? In 2 years. Like, oh no, that's our independence. Yeah, so America would be on 250 years old. The constitution is hang on. 2024 minus 1787. So it's 237 years old. Like, that's way too old. Way too old for a document, especially with how often history changes. 37-year-old document, and we have what, 27 amendments? I believe most of those were like pretty much after the Civil, like immediately following the Civil War. That's when most of them were passed. Well, no, that would have been like, we were like 14. I think after the 1920s, most of those were passed. That's the progressive era. So yeah, like, it's real bad. It's real dumb. There you go, yawning a lot again. Awesome. Yeah, it's insane. Yeah. I will say, this is looking real good for just looking at that. And if Kamala can get that boost in her debate, then I think Walz is gonna give her an even bigger one. Because yeah, I think normally, like, obviously the vice president one would be not as big of a boost, but I mean, I think with what this matchup is, and like Walz being more on the progressive side, I think, like, yeah, you are gonna see more of a boost. And I think for leftists too, that debate's probably gonna be more fun to watch, and probably they were probably looking forward to that one more than the Kamala Trump one. You know. Yeah, it's I'm gonna 1, 2, so it's about 2 weeks away, 2.5 weeks away. Okay. Yeah, if I were to guess, I have a feeling that Kamala's gonna probably stagnate again, and then is gonna go into the debate, and then she's gonna shoot back up again. Which I have a feeling that's just gonna be the story of her, like, momentum, where it's just gonna like jump up and then stagnate and start going down, and Trump starts getting momentum, and then it's gonna just shoot back up again. It's like an unhealthy relationship. Crazy how that works. Yeah, I also started half an hour late because she has a filled stadium in Pennsylvania. But I started half an hour late because I didn't really have much to talk about, or like I didn't know what to do, and also I think I was getting a little burnt out of streaming, so like just, you know, making it so it's like a nice 1 hour, you know, whatever, and then I'm okay with that. Yawning again also. But yeah, that's how I felt. I understand why they get burnt out, you know, from streaming multiple times a week. I definitely think, yeah, if you stream less times a week, then like obviously it's gonna take a lot more for you to get burnt out. Yeah, now that I'm doing like 4 days, especially like getting back into school. Like I think even like when it was still the summer, it wasn't that bad. But like combining it with school, actually, it's like not great. I might drop it at some point, like the Tuesday streams, but we'll see. I did also see that they added a thing on Twitch, because I just went in and they showed me the setting, or like they brought the pop-up of it, but they added it so people can export your clips, but they can put it on their account. So like I think they're like YouTube Short or like TikTok account, and I think they put the title of, like, in the title of it, they put your channel, which I feel like it's a way that it helps smaller creators, right? And I'm sure like some people would actually use that to help them. Like if people were to see smaller creators and like, oh, I think they're actually really good, and they already have a decent following, right? Like put a clip of theirs on there. I mean, I'm sure you would still need permission from them. Although I feel like if they have the setting on, they would give you permission. Like that's my thing. I turned the setting on, because I have nobody, and so like any help I can get, you know, would be nice. I think I am just gonna have to get a job and then hire someone to make shorts for me at this point, because I hate doing it, dude. I don't enjoy it at all. I did see Up Up Down Down, like when they make their shorts, they don't have any subtitles or anything, but I probably should put subtitles in regardless, because it also help those who are deaf as well, or like if they can't hear me well, which I think sometimes my mic does have that, which I think it might be a sound suppression thing. I should probably test that. Like I've talked about like messing with my mic settings multiple times. I just don't do it. I probably should. But yeah, because like I think actually now like I'm starting to get used to it, and I actually like think my voice sounds fine. Because I also compared it to like someone else's mic too, and it actually doesn't sound that bad. See, I think it's like sound suppression or something, which is funny because I literally watched a video that was like, oh yeah, put that in. That's good for your mic setting. But I'm pretty sure it actually isn't. Or something. Or like the limiter. I don't know what it is, but yeah, it's not helpful. It just makes it not sound great. Yeah, I'm gonna mess with it and see if it's the limiter or the sound suppression or noise suppression. But yeah. Oh yeah, I was gonna make a. When was this? Was it last or Wednesday? Last Friday? Stream, something like that. I was gonna make a short of like actually being like a skit too. But literally I tried to do it twice and I screwed it up both times. Well, one was because I somehow hit caps lock while I was gonna make it, right? So I can probably just show it. But what I was going to do was I think it's these last two. I'm gonna mute these, but so the joke was, right, because obviously this is a spreadsheet, so you probably know what this is. I was gonna make, well, I can just play it. So this is gonna be the Ian Recollection spreadsheet, and as you can see, well, that's weird. Why is that one being uppercased? That's weird. And mind you, I wasn't looking at the screen this entire time. I was looking down my keyboard. And then I looked up and noticed it. Which also like impresses me. Cause like the EN is capitalized, right? In Enigmatic Recollection. So like I don't know how I missed it. How I only capitalized the E, but apparently I did. So there was that take, right? Another thing too is I was gonna have a sigh beforehand, but I couldn't actually get like the sigh to come out in the recording. So then I was just like, yeah, screw it. I'm just gonna like put that clip in the front and then like record the normal thing. And so like this is the same thing, right? And I'll actually turn this off. Oh, is it actually turn off? So well, actually, it's kind of convenient. So like, I'll just play it. I don't know how loud this is. Hopefully, it's not too loud. But so I did it again, right? And there was a line that I was gonna say, right? So I say the line, like after this. And I voice crack. God help me. I voice cracked on it. Which I will say, I said the line like I think 3 times before this. Only time I actually voice cracked. It's the one time I voice cracked. So yeah, that was that. Freaking sucked. Real bad. Yeah. I just wanted to show that and I forgot to show that off. But yeah, that's what happened with that. You know, when you actually want to make a freaking like skit as a short and then the world's just like, no, you won't. I don't think you'll do that. It's like, oh, okay, cool. So yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. Oh yeah, I will say actually with the like clips thing is like, I feel like it's another thing. I think feature clips is the same thing where like, it's great for people who have like a few viewers, right? Like 5 or something like that. But it's still not helpful for people who have 0. Like, I guess it's hard, right? Because like, how are you going to make it so like people with 0 views get seen? You know, like I feel like that is very hard to do. But it is a little annoying when it's just constantly like stuff that's just like, oh well, this seems like more helpful. Because this especially, the featured clips, like I can at least like do a little bit, but like this thing that they had especially feels like it's great for like if you have like only a few viewers, and you have like a clip channel or something like that watching you, you know, or someone who makes a clip channel. Like other than that, it's not great. Well, and also I think it's a direct export anyway, so I don't even know actually if it's worth it. That person would just have to be willing to export like the thing raw, which yeah, I guess then if that's what it does, then there's really no point in having it then, because like that's not like I think that's copyright. That's copyright infringement, because you're just directly ripping off a video. I could be wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure that's just the case, right? Like, let me see if I can get the export thing here. There's the portrait version. Oh yeah, that's new. Oh, that's kind of neat that they have it on how to look on mobile. Even though I'm pretty sure Twitch Mobile sucks. Like everybody says Twitch Mobile sucks. Yeah, I want to test that. But I don't think I can really test that. But yeah, I actually, like, now I'm thinking about it, probably it just takes the raw footage. Knocking thing is also weird, right? I don't understand the point of it. Like that's also the thing. Like, what's the point of knocking? And probably like it actually would turn the webcam on. I think it's of the person who was doing the thing, like initiating it, but I still don't get the point of it. Like that one, yeah, it's bad. Like that was a bad one, and I still find it weird that they haven't changed that. You know? Because like it very clearly wasn't liked. Yeah. Oh yeah, they seems like they're probably with Def Rebel WWE. I know people do not like their music. To be fair, yeah, I think the LA Knight one was kind of, even though it wasn't Def Rebel. Def Rebel actually made the original good one, ironically. But yeah. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, I kind of got lost in my head. Like not even really thinking about much. It was just I lost, you know, head empty. No thoughts, head empty. Yeah, the only thing that could see me like not being a good politician is the fact that like I just forget stuff constantly, which is annoying because I feel like I can't change that much. Like I feel like I'm always gonna have to have like notes as to like who said what study, which I think they do, right, in the house. If they're trying to bring up arguments, they'll have like their own notes. But like it's very like I feel like people just see like, oh, they're using notes, and then just like be like, oh, they're not fit for office, which is like, I feel like insane. I guess it's like, oh, you don't have the mental capacity to run for office, but like that doesn't really mean anything, all things considered. If they have to use notes, I feel like. But I mean, whatever. Yeah. I haven't worked on the Hollow stuff. I really should. I also was gonna have one with Gigi because it was referring to the clip of her where I think she said she's attracted to like females who have more armor, or if they're in the bikini armor, then she's also attracted to them. But like more armor, she's typically more attracted to them. I was gonna make a parody off of Call Me Maybe with it. Call it Cover Up Maybe. Yeah, Cover Up Maybe. Like, and I had some ideas for it. Yeah. I want to make that. I don't have Gigi's WWE counterpart though. Because I said like pro wrestling in general, but to be fair, I think Joe Hendry's like mostly like pretty much the only like non WWE guy that like I'm going to understand like any references from him. Everybody else I'm gonna have like no idea. Like even like NXT guys, I'm gonna have like no idea. So yeah, that's why I'm like, oh, I should probably do that, or like late 2010s wrestlers, because that's when I was watching. Not really 2019 though. I think like 2018 to like 2022, I didn't like consume anything like wrestling related. Which I'm sure a lot of people are like, you know what, that's good for you. Actually, yeah, because I don't think I started watching again until like, I think it was Rumble 2023 or something like that. I don't know, it was like Trial Sami Zayn time. That's what it was. I think like I started watching again, like, or at least like ups and downs on What Culture. I think it was around Trial Sami Zayn. I think that was it. And then yeah, I kind of kept watching ups and downs from there. I skipped a few here and there because also on Twitter you pretty much just see everything that's happened. It's kind of like eh. Because that's really the main reason I watch it. I mean, he does make me laugh a couple times, Simon, but like, you know, there's other stuff I can watch like that's new, you know, because I still kind of have like an idea of what he's gonna go over. But yeah, I think the big one is like pay-per-views that I'll still watch because I just want to see their input. Yeah, if it's like a Raw or SmackDown, I don't really care as much. But yeah, especially if I saw on Twitter. I already said that, but there's a little more clarification behind it, you know. I really should have gotten freaking 2K24 when I could have. Like, that was a big misstep, man. I bought a freaking political machine. That was a waste. I got one stream out of that. that was bad. Yeah. I think I could have honestly, like, all the stuff I'm doing now, I could have done like all the way back then. And like obviously I think even like Hololive themselves have done like like put them in WWE 2K, but like I don't think any of them have given them like other wrestlers gimmicks, so like that would be unique, and I think it's why like I'm going with it. It's just because like, yeah, it's more unique. I would like to make it so I could like mash their songs together, or like if it's a song with lyrics, just parody the song. Because like it's really hard because like What can I do with Undertaker and Fauna, right? Like, to make it, like, imply that it's... I mean, I guess I could keep it the same. But then it's, like, copyright troubles, and I'd want to have the other songs listened to, you know? And obviously, if I'm doing, like, a Rumble, I don't know when they're coming out, you know? Unless I want it to be, like, if I want it to be enjoyable. Because if I kind of know everybody who's going to come out, it's kind of lame. I feel like it's fine if you like predetermine like a number 30 or like a number 1 or something like that. Like maybe like a couple numbers, but like if you just do the whole thing, it's like that's like all right. Like I think at most you should do like 1, 10, 20, 30 probably. So like 4 is like I think the most you should probably do as far as determining the order, and then like the rest should be random. And like there should be a reasoning for all that as well, you know, for it to be good. Because I feel like if you're just putting like 4 random people and you're just setting them at those numbers, like, well, what's the point then? They're just like, all right. Yeah, I think for me to do that Hololive thing, I like Hololive and what the wrestling count would be, I need to see like a roster because I can't do it otherwise. Like, because I'm sure there's some good ones, it's just I'm not thinking of them. I say but yeah a lot. Just like and I think I've said it before, but I'm pretty sure it's just so like you know when I'm ending the conversation. I just go like, but yeah, so you have an idea. I'm just like, okay, he's done now. And so like that's mostly why I do that. I was gonna do it again. Because I guess if I don't say that, then it still sounds like I'm thinking about it. But like if I do that, then like it makes me be like, oh yeah, no, the thought's over. So like, it's fine now. But like, yeah, maybe, I don't know. I'm sure it's fine. It's like whatever. It doesn't really matter ultimately. It's just something I do a lot. I mean, I'm sure also it won't matter if I actually have people watching me as well. I think the main reason why I'm doing this because I have nobody watching me. So like I don't have another place to go, right? If I had a chat to bounce off me, right? And we can like bounce off conversation with each other, like then that can work. But I think since it's just me by myself and just talking to myself essentially, I don't have like another like spot I can go unless like my brain goes there, right? So when it just ends, it's just kind of like a, all right. Like it's honestly kind of as abrupt as like when I just say the but yes, you know, because like sometimes like I'll just be going on a point and then just stops. I mean, I think the main reason with that though is because like I have so many different like things I want to add to that point, and it happens a lot when it's like criminal justice system or like cars, something I'm like I care about a lot, right? My brain will just stop at some point where I'm like bringing up so many points on like why this sucks, like, and why this could be better and all that, and like my brain keeps cycling through like things I can add on to that as well, and then eventually get to the point where I've thought about it so much that like nothing comes out, it's just blank, and then I like forget what I was talking about, which is annoying. But I feel like again, that's another thing that won't be that big of an issue if I had people watching me, because then they could just remind me what I was talking about. Because it literally happened freaking 10 seconds ago, you know, I'm sure someone would remember. I sure didn't, but someone probably would. Probably also talk very fast as well. I'm not entirely sure though. I actually don't know how fast I talk. I would think I talk faster than average people. and people would have a hard time keeping up with me. But I think I mostly talk really fast when I'm interested about something, and like I'm very adamant about it. I talk really fast. Otherwise, I think if I'm like just here like vibing, I don't think I talk that fast. But I mean, even listening to myself right now, it does sound a little fast. Even like I'm not really caring. So I don't know. Maybe I do talk fast. But I feel like it's also more of a neurodivergent thing. Where you just talk fast. Let me actually look. Neuro. I can't spell neuro. You know, it says the person who watched freaking Neurosama. God dang it, man. Watch them sell. I want to just talk faster. Okay, yeah, many people across the autism spectrum tend to speak faster than the average person. Especially when they're discussing something of strong, hang on, what is this? Especially when they're discussing something of strong interest to them, yeah. Oh, I think even if you see, like, Mume, too, when she's, like, freaking out, she just turns into Rap God. And, yeah, she'll go crazy. I mean, yeah, there's definitely something with going on with that owl, you know? Definitely. Now, listen, I'm saying this stuff as like someone who I heavily suspect I have this stuff, right? No, I haven't gotten the diagnosis. I even said that because we had to like present, and my friend has autism. And I mean, they said to put it on their background. And one of the things we had to do is like, well, I don't think we had to, but the teacher had on their slides like an example, and it's like, oh, well, you can use these as a guide. So it was like, okay, I'll just use that then, because it was a slide about another person of your choice, right? So I was just basically like, all right, well, I'll just use the same slides as he did then. And so they wanted to be in any creative fields, and the reasonings was they don't like regular life. Or like they were like afraid to have a regular life, and then they don't want to live a mediocre life. And when I was presenting, I said because of autism for both of them. And I felt okay in saying that because I think I do have autism. So that's the thing. If I don't have autism, like I'll probably stop with the jokes, right? Because obviously I feel like it's more damaging. But I feel like I really, there's a really high likelihood I actually do. So that's why like I'm more okay with making those kind of jokes, like saying that stuff. Because yeah, if I didn't have it, then I'd probably like stay away from it. But like there's a lot of stuff I'm learning that I'm like, yeah, I do that, or like I have that. And so like, yeah, I feel like it's becoming more and more clear for me, but we'll see. Yeah, it hit an hour because we're at 9. Check it out, I'll end it under an hour for the recording, so that's nice. I really had to use the bathroom like before this, but now like maybe because I'm in a position of like, you know what, I probably shouldn't talk about that. What an outro. But yeah, there's the schedule, there's the VOD channel, and the other thing is all platforms, Armo 6 or 6 or. I probably should also just make that a command. I don't know why I don't. Especially if people are like discovering me through Twitch. Probably make that a command so they can follow me on other social media. Well, to be fair, it's just like YouTube and Twitter. And I mean, there was TikTok. Did I make other shorts since then? I think I have. So like maybe I can upload those to TikTok. Also, the recording now is not under an hour. Nice. Yeah, I'll see you Sunday then. Or something. Hopefully nothing too crazy happens with politics. Fingers crossed. You never know though in the freaking America. Good lord. It's insane. So who knows? I'll see you Sunday. Goodbye.